Hey guys, Matt Beanan here with BuiltRight Industries. Today I'm here to introduce to you a really exciting new product. We've been working on it for a number of months now, and you've been asking about it for even longer. These are our 2009 to 2014 Ford F-150 and Raptor bedside racks. Now, if you've seen our 2015 and newer F-150 bedside racks, or you follow along with the development of these racks on the forums or on our social media, what I'm going to show you today and what you're going to see here is going to look familiar to you. If you haven't, we're going to go through quickly the problem that these are solving, the concepts that we came up with, our process for design and development and prototyping. We'll talk about the manufacturing methods used and the materials really quickly. We're going to demonstrate for you how you can mount a Roto Packs fuel can and a jack handle as two kind of convenient items that you might mount, or just a nice way for us to show you the functionality. And then we'll go through a little bit of the details just on what the kit contains and some of the options you're going to have when you decide to order your setup. So first, let's go ahead and talk about the problem that these are solving. Now, I'm a Boy Scout. I like to be prepared. My motto is kind of be ready. And as part of that, I like to carry with me certain things. For me and my Raptor, I prefer to carry some extra fuel. This happens to be a 3-gallon. I like to carry fuel. I like to carry a shovel. We're in Minnesota here. The weather's unpredictable. I like to carry a fire extinguisher. And I like to carry a recovery strap. So, and I can do that with my bedside racks, no problem. And we're going to explain to you why that is. But let's say you don't have the bedside racks and you want to carry all of that stuff. Well, fuel, of course, you're not going to carry this in the car, typically, or in the cab. A shovel, probably not going to fit back there, certainly if you want to be able to have passengers. So it ends up in the bed of your truck, and usually that's not a problem at all. Usually it's just kind of rolling around. Of course, fuel you like to have kind of tied in somewhere, but I also use my truck to go to manufacturers and pick up pallets of material or haul equipment or whatever it is. And I got tired of taking my shovel out, taking my fuel can out, removing my whatever toolbox in order to use the bed of my truck. I thought, why can't I do both of those things? Well, the bedside racks were my solution to that. And so with this rack here, and the bedside racks are going to come in a set of 4. So you're going to have a rack like this mirrored on the passenger side, and then you're going to have 2 smaller racks, very similar to this, towards the front of the bed. And so what these racks do is provide a pattern here of larger rectangles for Molly and Pals accessories, pouches, that sort of thing. And then a series of slots for example, like a quick fist clamp. We use a lot of these quick fist clamps and our custom riser mounts here, which I'll tell you about. So these provide a way for you to configure your bedsides however you want, carry whatever gear you want, but leave the bed of your truck open for use as a pickup truck. That's why we own these, right? So that was sort of the problem and the solution that we came up with. Okay, so we went over the justification for the system and the bedside racks and how they're going to help us. But I want to take a quick step back from this to tell you a little bit about how we arrived at this design. Now, if you've seen the 2015 racks, you know that, or even the 2015 trucks, you know that Ford implemented a box link system is what they call it. It's a series of cleats on each of the 4 corners. Each cleat is held in using 4 T30 Torx screws. That provides a really nice place for us to mount these panels. It was kind of sort of the reason that we ended up doing it, is just it seemed really convenient. When we got to the 09 to 14, it became a little bit more of a challenge because Ford does provide removable tie downs, which does help a lot, but they're only with 2 T30 Torx screws, which is not quite as substantial or robust as we'd like to see. So the concept that we came up with was to create a bracket that would grab those 2 screws and does allow you to reinstall your tie down. But we needed more than that as a mounting point, and so what we came up with is using your Tonneau clamps or your topper clamps. A lot of people have a tonneau cover, and if you don't, of course, you provide the clamps or buy them from us. But it's a way to kind of reuse something that might already be there. Clamping to your bed is also a really nice, robust way to do this. So as you can see here, we're using 2 clamps. One towards the front and one towards the rear of the panel. We're providing space here for your various size clamps, and we've taken into account the design of some of the popular tonneau covers. And we'll provide details and compatibility information on our website and in the description below as we get it. We're working on testing a lot of different tonneau covers, so that will be constantly evolving. But so those are our mounting points there, and this is really the concept that we came up with that seemed the most robust and most reliable, and pretty straightforward. You know, we didn't want to make anybody drill holes or do anything funny like that. This is a nice way to provide a nice sturdy mounting system that'll also be removable should you need to switch them to a different truck, or you want to remove them for some reason, or you're selling the truck or whatever. Okay, so now we'll talk a little bit about the manufacturing, and it's relatively simple, but these panels are made entirely of 1/8" mild steel. The large panel here is CNC punched. We've developed custom tooling for these features, so they're done in one hit. And the advantages to that are that it doesn't create sharp burrs inside the part. It also processes them quickly, which keeps our costs down. It also keeps from deforming the panel. The panels stay pretty flat as we're forming them and punching them. And if they are bent at all, we can roll them flat. So it's really, the panels are great. And it's all computer numerically controlled. So it's all repeatable. Your fitment's gonna be perfect every time. The smaller bracket down here that's bent, this is laser cut. And then it's CNC formed. So again, we're talking about using relatively advanced equipment to manufacture these, primarily so that repeatability and fitment is dead on. We're enthusiasts ourselves. We know what it's like to buy parts that don't fit well or are difficult to install. And that's part of the reason that we created BuiltRight, is to make products that are built right. See what we did there? So everything is also finished with a durable black texture powder coat. I like texture. It blends in. You can see here with this spray and bed liner really nicely. Textured plastic on the bed caps. It's just a nice way with an OEM feel to provide some corrosion resistance and a durable, attractive finish. So that's kind of what goes into the manufacturing of these panels. Now we're going to show you a couple of examples of how we're going to use this panel that I've got mounted here to mount the fuel can and this jack handle. Using a couple of mounts that we also make. So we're creating a little bit of an infrastructure that's going to work with your panels, and we're going to provide some brackets and mounts and things like that. They're going to allow you to use these more effectively throughout time. And you guys hopefully will provide some ideas and maybe put them in the comments if you have them, or shoot us an email. And that's how the products that we even have right now came to be. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and install our Rotopax gas can here. I really like this. This is one of my favorite applications of the bedside racks, because carrying gas is kind of a safety thing as well as a convenience thing. I do sometimes carry a regular gas can, and in that case I will just use a tie-down strap to hold it to the panels here, which is really slick, but the Rotopax is just like an extra step further. It also, again, it clears up some space on the actual bed of your vehicle, because they're kind of a thinner profile, and it gets it off the surface. So Rotopax makes a really slick mounting system. This is the deluxe mount, which basically just kind of has like a way to fasten it even tighter, but they have a couple of different ones. They all operate on the same basic function, which is this extruded shape. Fits into the center of your can. Something like that. You twist it, you lock it in, and you're good to go. The problem with the Rotopax deluxe mount is the plate that it ships with. This plate is thin, and maybe it's cut and then formed, or maybe they do it in one hit. Either way, it actually seems to work just fine, except for the 4 mounting holes that you use with it. These 4 mounting holes are spaced at like 2 1/4 or just under 2 1/4, which is kind of strange, but they don't work very nicely with our panels. Our panels are a 2-inch on center slot. So we developed the BuiltRight mount. It's going to replace that. Of course, 2 inches on center. It works really nicely with our panel system. You can mount it just about anywhere you want. And you're going to mount the Rotopax Deluxe mount to our Rotopax mount here, using the 2 screws provided by bolts provided with the mount here, and then it'll all work. So the first thing we want to do is attach the mount to our bracket, and then we'll kind of experiment to figure out where exactly we want to mount the bracket to have the can sit where we want it, and then we'll mount the bracket to the panel, and we'll be all done. So I'll kind of speed through that, but you get the idea. Right, so now as advertised, you can see that we've got our Rotopax fuel can. This is a 3-gallon. mounted really nicely here. It's off the bed of the truck, so if you are rinsing out the bed for some reason or whatever, it's just mounted out of the way and really nice. I want to show you other really quickly. This is another example of a Rotopax can. This is white, indicating it's a water can. You can see it looks like it's probably going to fit on the same mount. Switch it out really quick. See if we can show you kind of the magic of the Rotopax system. Now the white can is a little bit thinner, so when I lock this, I'm going to have to spin it in. But there you go. This is a 2-gallon water can. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this mount off, and we're going to install a couple of the Quick Fist original clamps using the BuiltRight Industries riser mounts to mount this jack handle as an example of something that's like a jack handle or a shovel or an axe or anything kind of like this that you might want to mount, and to show you how slick that is. So let's go ahead and do that. So now you can see we've got the BuiltRight Industries riser mount here, along with a Quick Fist clamp attached to the panel, and then it's holding a jack handle. Now if you're going to carry a jack handle around like this, or a shovel, something like that, I might use 2 mounts, or maybe if it's a long shovel I would span. I would use 1 mount here, 1 mount on the forward panel. But so now you've kind of seen the demonstration of these Quick Fist clamps and what they can do along with the Rotopax. So okay, so now that you've seen a little bit of background on the kit, some of the applications, let's talk a little bit about installation. Installation is going to be very straightforward. You're going to receive, for example, on this corner, the kit is in 2 pieces. It's the large panel and the bent bracket. So you'll use the included 1/4-20 hardware to assemble the 2 loosely, and then you'll remove the 2 T30 Torx screws from your factory tie down, and you can set those aside or keep them handy. We're going to replace them. And you're going to bolt your full assembly to those 2 screws. Now that's not going to be really stable until you get these 2 clamps in, which of course will be the next step. So you'll get these clamps where you want them, get those cinched down, tighten everything down around the tie downs, and you'll be good to go. You'll repeat that on each of the 4 corners, and then attach your accessories. Okay, so we've talked about the problem the panels are solving. We've talked about the design and manufacturing that went into them. We've shown you a couple of examples, and now I want to show you quickly what will be included when you order a 4-piece kit of the BuiltRight Industries bedside rack system for your 09 to 14 F-150 or Raptor. So what you're going to get is 2 of these large panels. Now these are mirrored from side to side. So one will go on your driver's side, one will go on your passenger side. And you're going to get 2 of these brackets here. Same sort of deal there. These can be mirrored on either side. And then for the forwardmost mounting points, you're going to receive 2 of the smaller panels. Again, they're mirrored, and 2 of the brackets. So you're going to get 4 bent brackets that are going to help you mount them to your tie-down points, and 4 flat panels. Also included will be all of the hardware you need to attach the brackets to your bedside. We're going to provide some longer screws there, so you get nice purchase into that fastener. And then we're going to provide all of the 1/4-20 hardware, grade 5 hardware that you need to mount your panel to the bracket. Now, we'll be relying on you a little bit is to determine how many of these clamps you need. If you already have a tonneau cover, and I already have a tonneau cover on my truck, not this one, I already have this clamp in about this location. So really to mount these panels, 1 panel, I just need the clamp towards the front here. And similarly on the panels that are towards the front of the truck, I know that I have 1 clamp back there, but I don't have the second. So I need 2 clamps per side, that's 4 clamps total. I'm going to add those to my cart. Now on our website, you'll be able to go and you can select to add either 0 clamps, 4 clamps, if you're like me, or 8 clamps if you don't have a cover or you want to have 8 matching clamps. So that's really the only decision you're going to have to make, aside from what accessories you want to use. So we sell Quick Fist clamps. We're a Quick Fist distributor. We sell a number of mounts that we've designed for Quick Fist clamps, for your Rotopax pack, that sort of thing. And so we'll place some links to those products in the description below. They'll also be linked to on the product pages. So I would really encourage you to follow the link below to the product page for the bedside racks here and kind of do a little bit of exploring. There will be links on that page to different products, more detailed descriptions, installation guides. that type of material. But so I hope what we've given you is a nice overview of what went into the panels, why we like them, and how you might be able to use them yourself. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, love for you to leave them in the comments, send us an email, give us a call. If you like what you see here, you like kind of the stuff that we're doing, go ahead and subscribe to us. You'll be notified when we create new videos like this, and you'll be able to make sure that you're staying on top of the products that we're making for your truck or for any other truck. So thanks a lot. Thanks for watching.